All right, people, this is your boy Bry. I'm over here. I'm back home. Got back from Illinois. We've got to do some rundowns on some things here. This whole time I've been thinking the guy sold me a 10-foot dump trailer. You know, I've just in my mind I've been thinking that. Let's take a look at what we got here. That's about where the dump trailer ends on most of the dump trailers. Okay, and then, you know, it pivots right there, about a foot in, as you see. Let's just take a look at this, people. This is 12 here. Ho ho! Daddy's got a 12-foot dump trailer. And don't look at this trailer and think this is nothing, people. This is something, okay? This is something that says you've got the beginnings of something great. This is going to be so amazing when it's all done. I want you to understand, don't look at that dull, flat black paint on there. That's not staying like that, people. This dump trailer, I am tickled, just literally tickled pink. Daddy's got a 12-foot dump trailer. Woo-wee! The other thing is we got the four-wheeler out, people. We had to go take a run around the perimeter and see if there's any, how do I say it, wolves that have tried to breach the perimeter. She's happy. This little four-wheeler right here, I tell you what, it's 20 years old this year. It's a 2003. You would not know it with under 600 miles on it. It's just amazing. It's a nice little rig. And we're going to take you for a ride on it here on one of the videos. And I'm going to show you what we've got going on. But right now, I want to bring you out back here and show you a little situation. We've got to have a conversation here, people. Now, all winter long, I have a ring of fire that we like to burn our burnables in, and it accumulates all the ash from the wood stove, and we shovel that out like once a week. Okay, this is some hardy, dense material. If you've got a hole in your yard that you need filled in, or if you've got a situation that says I want a wheelbarrow full for my garden because the ash has a lot of nitrogen and stuff like that in it, this would be the perfect material. It's all hardwood, okay? A little bit of cardboard, but for the most part, it's hardwood ash. And let me just show you what we've got here at the Ring of Fire. So here we go. I've got this situation. This was piled right up about 4 feet high, people. And I took my wheelbarrow, and we went ahead and emptied it out. And you say to yourself, what is the big deal about that? It's just a ring of fire. I mean, this piece of concrete here, I got from I believe a 4-foot culvert that we had to trim off years ago. And when I say years ago, I'm talking at least 15 years ago. This is how long this piece of concrete has been serving the compound, and it's been serving it with full honors. But we've got some things we've got to do this spring, and let me show exactly what the situation is, what we did with those ashes. Now, we've got the last little bit of remnants of snow. But I'm going to tell you something right now. It's got to be 50 degrees out. It is an amazing situation that we've got going on here in upstate New York. But take a look at this, people. Let me just show you this. This is 4 or 5 wheelbarrow full of ash. And as you see, I've ran the four-wheeler over it, and I've tamped it down. It's good dense material, and if you only knew years ago, this was such a drop-off right here, and I have built this up to make this trail really transition nicely into the yard. Now, when we bring our four-wheeler wagon through here, we're going to really be able to transition nice without making any big bumps. Now, as you see, I don't want you to forget, right here, people, do you see where these trees have fallen down across the trail? These have to be picked up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a shovel and I'm going to dig a trough right here. And I'm going to put a little pipe in here so the water from this side of the property can get back over to this side, and then my trail don't get destroyed. Okay, but let's just take a little walk out here and show you what I'm talking about. What we've got out here is we've got a bunch of little saplings that have fell over. I took a walk a couple months ago and knocked over a lot of the dead ones. And it gives room for new growth, people, for the other trees that are coming up that are healthy. We've got a lot of nice trees out here, And let me tell you something. Let me just say this. This is such a nice scenario when you come home off of a trip that you can just walk out on your compound and know that you've got some property, okay? And the New World Order, they don't want you to have any land. They don't want you to have any resources. But we're not going the way of the New World Order, people. We're going back, maybe, let's say, more of the Amish style. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to be self-sufficient. And don't you think them Amish people are just backwards thinking and they're just hicks in the woods? They've got knowledge that you, the DIYer, needs. You, the DIYer, may need to grow your own food. You, the DIYer, may need them Amish people for their wisdom of the generations of things that they've passed down, okay? I've been picking up knowledge as I go, but I don't know it all, obviously. But what I do know, some of it's old school Amish stuff. So you need to stay tuned if you're out here on the compound. But as you see, we've got some brush out here, people, that needs to be addressed, okay? And when I get my four-wheeler trailer all completed, and the reason I've been holding off on that is for weather like this. I want to get that thing in epoxy primer, and I want to put some good urethane paint on it so it doesn't rust. But we've got a lot of trees out down here that are just like these here. These saplings will burn. These small 3-4 inch limbs, they'll burn. And I will definitely burn them in my wood stove, my outdoor wood boiler. But let me just give you an overview here. You see all the trees that are down, like right here? All these little trees, all these in here. These will all be picked up and put into, turned into biothermal units. We've got a couple of old dead ones here. Now you see this one here that's got these holes all through it. Okay. This is where the woodpeckers and some of the other squirrels and so forth make homes. So, you know, I'm going to try to keep that tree as long as I can and stuff like that. I don't mind that if it looks like they're utilizing, I'll leave it alone. But like this one here, there's a couple in here that just got to go. Like this big tree right here, I believe this one's got to go. That's going to be a major boom factor when that thing hits. And we've got a bad tree here. This is like a poplar, but it's going to be right in the way. It'll probably bust that one when it comes down. But we're trying to clean out the woods. Situation is, what we're trying to do is get rid of some of the bad trees, okay, and we're trying to let some of the other trees thrive. Now let me show you a little something here also. Okay, you can see where, let's get you right down here. That's like some kind of a shell or an acorn or something. Something has gotten out here, probably a squirrel, and they've said, hey, the situation is we've got, they sat up on this big cherry stump and they made a little meal right there. Now this stump right here, we're going to go ahead and try to get that cut down lower to get a nice piece out of there. And you see I got another tree over here. This one's got to come out. There's a leaning tree of cherry right there, right here. That one's got to come down. There's a couple that I skirted that were bad, and I cut them at the bottom around so that they can't get no more nutrients. That way they'll dry out and die. I've got that, and it looks like the neighbors had their land surveyed, and I just went out and looked at it. It looks like it's all in accordance to what I have on my property, as far as it reflects the same boundaries, let's say that. But the boundaries here are limitless, people. I can come out here and I can do different things. I can come out here and get my mind right. I can come out here and run a chainsaw. I can come out here with a four-wheeler. I can come out here and just say, hey, I'm trying to take a break. I'm trying to come out and do something that's productive. And I'm trying to get some of my firewood from out back. So we're back. We're home for a couple days, and I got to get back out to, I got to go back out to Illinois. But the situation here is we're just taking a little walk around the property and trying to see exactly what we can do to improve it. Now this trail is very nice. I cut a lot of the trees out of here a couple years ago and right up until last year. And it's very nice to walk here, and I'll tell you what, the deer happen to come right up this trail. So come fall time, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But bow season's right around the corner. And I'll say this. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get that four-wheeler and we're going to go ahead and get that trailer ready. Excuse me. And we're going to make sure that we clean these woods up out here, because when we do a nature walk, people, we don't want to be tripping over limbs and so forth. And if you haven't noticed, let me show you something here. You see all these trees right here? I have went through meticulously through my whole woods, and let me see if I can give you I don't know if you can see that, but do you see any limbs that are poking out horizontally towards your eyeballs? I have gridded this off, and I went through meticulously with a parang, and I have trimmed down all the little shoots that come out sideways that would poke you in the face. And the reason I did that was because I don't want to walk through my woods and have to move brush and stuff like that. I want to be able to walk through and get a better shot. Like if I'm in my woods and I'm using a bow, I don't want that limb to deflect it. And just walking through the woods, I don't want to get slapped in the face with a branch. So the birds are out. We moved the ashes. We put them on the trail. I know I'm only home for a couple days this time, but at the end of the day, I'm happy, people. I'm very happy. And the situation here is saying you have to make hay when the sun shines, if you know what I mean. You have to be out, active, and ready to transform your property and your outlook on life. And I'm very happy with the situation. We've got food in the freezer, we've got food on the table, and we've got a good mindset going forward into the spring. We're going to have a beautiful spring. Let's take a walk. Let's talk about this. We've got to get this trailer ready, right? The dump trailer for the truck. We'd like to get that built. That's on part of the goal this summer. The other thing I would like to do is get my truck going, my old 86 Dodge Ram. I don't want to stop that project, so we've got a few things we needed to tackle. But the biggest project I think I'm going to need to start off with, because you know, here in upstate New York, the summers and the springs come and they go fast, and if you don't really get on top of it, you'll be looking at another winter before you know it. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to build me a 24 by 30 garage, okay? And we're going to put it, let me show you where we're going to do it. We're going to put it right here, people. This shed is going to get moved. We're moving this shed back, okay? And right behind this boiler, as you see where the ground is, we're going to come in here, right about in here, and we're going to take this forward, and we're going to go forward with it, and we're going to have a nice 24 by 30, I'm thinking. And what we're going to do is we're going to build a gambrel style barn, just like this one, right? But it's only going to be 24 by 30. So I'm going to have my storage up top, and we'll be able to put the truck frame inside, and all the cab parts and everything. I'll transition my shop over into this one, so that when we're working on something, the situation will be rain or shine, we're going to keep moving forward. Because I got a lot of energy, people. Okay, I've got a ton of energy, but sometimes you just can't work on things in the elements, you know. So the greenhouse is ready. We're going to start putting some stuff in there and getting that going. We're going to try to get this. I got to go get a permit next time I come home. I'm going to get a permit for this garage. We're going to get a machine in here, and I'm going to dig out the footings and where the base of the concrete's going. We're going to bring some stone in. We're going to tamp it, consolidate it, set the forms, and any given Sunday, not literally, but any given day, we're going to pour some concrete, and we're going to get it done right. We're going to get all the rebar in it. We're going to pour the ultra fiber mesh in it, and we're going to get this thing 100% so that when that's done, I can start putting the, I'm going to go 3/4 of block, and we're going to go with 10 footers, so that'll put me at a 12-foot ceiling height, and I'll be able to put my lift in there or whatever. And then upstairs part of it, where the gambrel is, we'll be able to have some beautiful storage. So this is Bry. I've given you the update, and I hope that you understand spring's coming. I mean, it's here. It's here. We're not even going to say it's coming. It's here. Look at the grass. I'm in a vest. It's warm. The sun's on us. You can't beat that. I mean, sunshine on our shoulder does make us happy. But I got the trailers. Let's give you another look at these trailers. I mean, this is what makes me happy right here. Now, I've got this one. This is a tilt trailer. It's not really a dump trailer. That's the one I really go grab all my little wood right down the road with. But this 12-footer is going to be a game changer. Let's say that. It's going to be a game changer. I mean, just look at the size of the plate on the front of this. This 3/8 or half-inch plate up here. These are some beautiful hooks right here. And the situation's going to be unbelievable when this is done. And I know my four-wheeler's saying to itself, let's get that other wagon ready so we can turn around and get this this one right here. This little guy, I need to put the top on it. And as you see, I left the front untouched because I need to find out where I'm going to put the coupler on it. But this one's ready to go. I just got to get the box and go ahead and get the box all painted up, and it's pretty much all welded. I know you want to see it. I'll bring you in here and show you. It just needs it really needs to be 100% painted. And as you see, I've got it in primer. Okay, the side pieces I've got in primer, and I did do some of the other stuff in the black, but I'm really not happy with it. I scratched it around, and look at it. It just peels off a little bit. So what I need to do is scuff this all up. This is that Rust-Oleum. We're going to scuff this up, and then we're going to do is hit the entire thing with a either a gray or a black epoxy primer. That'll lock it down. And then we're going to come in with the black urethane ultra gloss, and we're going to spray it all. But before we do that, I need to come in here with some seam sealer. Okay, because that's plenty strong. Let me bring you around the other side so you can see what I mean. See, this has all been what do I call it? Self-etching primer. It's all done, people. The panels are in. I just need to put where the seams are there. You see that? Right over here. Let me show you right here. I need to put some seam sealer there. I'm not going to weld them completely in case I need to change a panel or something, but it's in my garage. It's in the way, and we're hoping for nicer weather. Who knows? If it's nice tomorrow like this, I'm spraying this. But there's the cab. It's covered up. The top of the roof part is all completed. As you go back in my videos, you can see that. But at the end of the day, we've got projects, and we're ready to rock and roll. We cannot wait to get these trailers together. So stay tuned, people. This is Bry. I'm at the compound. If I expect to get anything done today, I do have to go out. Maybe tomorrow morning, I'm going to try to go grab a cylinder head at the junkyard for little Susie. But this is Bry. I'll take you out to the junkyard with me when I do go. I'll do a small DIY video on how to get through the junkyard without spending an arm and a leg. So this is Bry. I've got to get on down the road.